1, 2, 3. Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lulu, and if you are joining me for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. In this video, I'm going to talk about 7 questions that you should be asking your school-going child. These questions will ensure that you understand your child and what goes on at school when they are away from home. Because remember, our children spend most of their times at school. So it's very important that we understand this so that if we are able to make some changes, we can make those changes as soon as possible before it's too late. Because some children, they just shut everything, and by the time you realize, it's too late. But anyway, it's never too late. And since you are watching this video, you do have a privilege to listen to this, and maybe you can learn 1 or 2 things. That is, if you are not already doing this. Number 1, was everyone nice to you at school? It's very important to understand the way your child perceives others while at school. The behavior of other kids towards your child is very important. Really, very, very important. Number 1. Number 2, did anything happen that made you upset? What made your child feel bad about the whole situation, about themselves? Ask your child leading questions. Let them explain to you exactly what happened. What led to that happening? Who was involved? What time did it take place? Were there adults around? Was the teacher around? What really happened? And if the incident involves the teacher, what did the teacher do? What happened next? What did the teacher say? So you need to ask leading questions so that you understand everything and you have a clear picture of the incident. Because sometimes when kids are telling us, they don't exactly know everything, but if they tell you as an adult, you know what went down, and it's very important. Number 3, what's the one thing that made you smile today? I love happy kids. We all love happy kids, and we want our children to be happy. So it's a good question to ask. What made you smile today? Ask them and find out, why did that thing make you happy? How did it happen? Ask them that question. Number 4, did anyone make you laugh on the bus? That is, if your child uses the bus. If your child uses the bus, ask them, who made you laugh on the bus? Exactly what did they say? Or what did they do? You know, you just need to understand what happened on the bus and what made your child happy. Number 5, did anyone get in trouble on the bus? Apparently, I hear that a lot of things happen on the bus. And yeah, guys, a story for another day. I've got an interesting story about what happened on the bus. Yeah. So ask your children who was in trouble, who got into trouble, what happens, what did the bus matron say, what did the driver say? Ask your child that question. It's very important. Number 6, was your lunch good today? This, it refers to both. If you pack food for your child, you want to ask them how the lunch was, how the food was. Did they like the food that you packed for them? What changes can you make? What do they like? Your child will actually, most children will tell you what they like. And then that way you won't pack food that they don't like. And if your child eats at school, you need to find out, what did they eat? How was the food? Why doesn't your child like that food? What does your child think about that food? These questions are important because they help you as a parent to know what it is that you need to change. And when you go for parent-teacher interviews, you can make an appointment with the class teacher, or you can make an appointment to see the appropriate person and find out what is going on, and or advise them as to what changes they can make, or what is it that they can do to the food to improve it as per what your child wants. Obviously, it has to be reasonable. If it's a reasonable request, the school will definitely do something about it. And remember, most of these problems that we have at school, sometimes we have problems just because we do not talk about them and we do not find out what is actually going on with our kids. So it's important as parents that we engage with our children and we have quality time where we can talk and get to understand their concerns. The last question, number 7, is, did anything or anyone make you feel uncomfortable today? I like this question because most of the times when things happen to our children, things that are not supposed to happen, they will make your child feel uncomfortable because it's something that is out of the ordinary. It's something that is unusual. It's very important to ask them that question. And when you ask them this question, assure them that you are listening, you won't tell anybody, you love them. It's important to also create that bond. Your children must trust you enough that they're able to tell you everything or almost everything. They are little, so it's a culture that you're creating. Create that bond with your children. Ask them questions. There are a lot of other questions, but these are the 7 most important questions that I think are important. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by.